Let's be real. There are a ton of videos out there telling you how to succeed on Etsy, but most of it is total BS. You've probably seen people saying you need thousands of listings or running ads from day one is a must, but it's all crap. So in this video, I'm going to expose the top 15 lies you've been told, and I'm going to get you on the right track for success instead of chasing strategies that are leaving you broke. So with that said, let's jump into this. The first myth we're tackling is the idea that you need a magic number of listings in order to succeed. You may have heard people say it's 100, while others claim it's 1,000, but none of that is true. What really matters is the quality of your listings. You need to understand who you are targeting and whether your designs resonate with them or not. It doesn't matter if you have 5 listings or 5,000s. If your designs are crap or all over the place without any real direction, you're never going to succeed. And listen, this is number one because it's the biggest lie of them all. Not only just because of the amount of listings, but also people saying that you need to list every day. I've shown several stores on my channel with less than 10 items making millions. And hey, one of my stores, I only have 35 items. And guess what? I haven't added a new listing in over 2 years. And it still generates 6 figures annually. So the truth, focus on your SEO, compelling designs, and understand the audience you're targeting. Forget the numbers and concentrate on what works, not a number. Number 2 is Etsy's oversaturated. You've probably heard people claim that Etsy is too crowded for new sellers. So let's just put that to rest. Etsy has roughly 60 million listings. Compare that to platforms like eBay with 2 billion or Amazon with 600 million. And you'll see there's plenty of opportunity here. Success doesn't come down to the size of the platform. It's about optimizing your listings, marketing your products, and standing out in your niche. With the right approach, Etsy can be an incredibly lucrative platform. And I show this many times in my previous videos, where companies take over an entire market within just 2 to 3 months, not years. It's usually the lazy people that claim it's oversaturated. So stop listening to those losers. Number 3, China is taking over. There's all this talk about Chinese shops taking over Etsy. Here's the reality. Fewer than 5,000 Etsy shops are actually based in China. The majority of sellers are from the US, UK, and Canada. The reason you see so many shops or products from certain countries is due to their heavy advertising. Shops spending more money on ads get more visibility. It's that simple. So no, Etsy isn't being taken over, and your success is still entirely within your control. Number 4, you need to run ads right away. A common piece of advice is you should run ads from day one to gather insights about your audience. But here's the problem. If your listings aren't optimized and your designs suck, then running ads is like throwing money into a black hole. You'll get clicks, sure, but without a clear understanding of who your audience is and compelling listings, those clicks aren't going to turn into sales. You have to build a solid foundation first. You need to know your audience, optimize your listings, and then you can consider ads. Ads aren't some magic secret that's going to instantly generate money. It's a strategic tool, not a quick fix. And it's also not going to help you find your audience. If your designs are still all over the place, then you're going to be getting traction from everywhere. Number 5 is a big one. Don't niche down. Let's talk about the idea that you need to have some sort of general store on Etsy in order to succeed. You might have heard people saying, list all the kind of items that you feel a certain audience or person is going to buy. But here's the truth. This is just a recipe for disaster. A general store dilutes your brand, confuses your customers, and makes it impossible to build a loyal following. You're not a Dollar General. This is online shopping, and consumers have the ability to shop for what they want. Think about it. Have you ever jumped online looking for, say, a pillowcase, and then all of a sudden thought, you know what would go good with this pillow? A dog bowl. Probably not. So why would you have a shop like that? Instead of trying to sell everything, focus on one niche. Specialization builds trust and makes your shop memorable. People don't return to general stores. They return to brands that stand out and do one thing exceptionally well. So narrow your focus, build a cohesive brand, and watch your sales grow. Number 6, and I bet you can guess who says this one, only sell to rich people. There's this myth floating around that you should primarily focus on wealthy shoppers. So let's set the record straight. The majority of Etsy buyers are middle-income families, according to Etsy's recent statistics. And this is directly from Etsy themselves. 78% of its consumers make less than $100,000 a year. They're not looking for luxury priced items. They're looking for affordable, one-of-a-kind products that add a personal touch to their lives. So don't price your products based on the assumption that rich people are flocking to Etsy. Instead, focus on offering value for money and creating items that resonate emotionally with your audience. That's how you'll drive sales and build customer loyalty. Number 7, the visibility game. Some say it takes 60 to 90 days for your listing to gain visibility, and you shouldn't touch that listing during that time frame. Honestly, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If your SEO is strong and your photos are appealing, your listing can get clicks within a day. It's all about relevance and quality. Use long-tail keywords that match exactly what customers are searching for. For instance, raccoon shirts for women. Align every element of your listing with what that buyer is looking for. The more keywords that you can have match their search, the more likely your item will be seen. For information about SEO and long-tail keywords, check out this video. It's a little older, so I'm sorry for the quality, but this will help you fully understand how Etsy's SEO and keywords work. I also plan to make a more updated version very soon, so keep an eye out for that. Number 8, you need to renew or create listings daily. Listen, Etsy's algorithm doesn't care how often you list an item. It cares about the quality of your shop and the listings you make. Etsy evaluates each listing and provides it with a quality score. If your products meet their standards, then you'll naturally rank higher. Meaning if you put 100 pieces of crap out there, and to top it off, your shop doesn't have things like a return policy, good customer service, or reviews, then your 100 items will be thrown deep in the search pages, and they'll never be found. So align with customer searches, create high quality listings that convert, and make sure your shop and listings follow Etsy's quality score guidelines. Number 9, SEO equals first page ranking. SEO is crucial, but it's not the golden ticket to ranking number 1. Etsy rewards sellers who generate revenue. The more money you can make for Etsy, especially in a short period, then the more the algorithm promotes your shop. While SEO is an important piece of this puzzle, it's your ability to drive sales that ultimately pushes you to that first page. And this is why you might see some shops only a month or two old already ranking number 1. It's not about their SEO, it's about their sales. After all, Etsy is a business and they want money just like you. So simply put, if you make them money, they'll push you and your shop. Number 10, Etsy's algorithm favors older shops. Honestly, this myth comes from all the losers out there. Etsy doesn't play favorites based on how long you've been around. Now, this may sound a little contradicting to the last myth about ranking number 1, especially based on sales volume, but it isn't. Etsy prioritizes factors like listing quality, customer service, and sales performance. New shops with strong listings and sales can gain traction very quick. And if you're an older shop and you start slipping, or you don't keep your quality of performance, then you can easily be sent to the back of the room just as quick. New shops can achieve great success very quick, or even quicker than older shops. And to prove that point, I featured shops on my channel that were able to dominate their niches within months, proving this is a complete lie. The age of your shop doesn't matter, your strategy does. Number 11, ads guarantee your sales. As I said earlier, running ads isn't some magical formula. If your designs don't appeal to your target audience, or your listings aren't optimized, ads aren't going to save you. You need products people want to actually buy. Otherwise, you're just going to be wasting money. So before you run any ad, ensure it's actually getting hits. You want to see views, favorites, and even purchases. This at least indicates that your item is appealing. And running an ad will definitely ensure the best results. Not doing this, then you will suffer and lose money. Number 12, free shipping is mandatory for success. This is stupid. I have personally never had free shipping. Well, I offer it, but only for orders over $35. Offering free shipping isn't required. However, Etsy did roll out this new policy in 2024, and it requires your shipping price to be under $6 for US residents. Anything over $6 will lose visibility. So make sure you offer competitive shipping rates, like $5.99 or less, and you'll be fine. Offering free shipping for orders over $35 is a good middle ground, and it's something I personally do. However, again, it's not required. Always prioritize your margins over myths. Number 13, Etsy brings in traffic. Now, this is true. Etsy brings in millions of people to its platform each and every month, but that doesn't mean those visitors are actually looking for your items. And it doesn't mean you're automatically going to find your shop and get sales. Successful sellers use external marketing. Think Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. We drive additional traffic to our listings. So if you end up coming across a listing with a ton of views and sales, it's very likely that that company is running ads in various places. Now, that doesn't mean you can't gain sales with organic traffic. Etsy is a great starting point, but relying solely on this will limit your potential. However, again, before running any ads, make sure your listings are quality products that people actually want to buy. No one wants to pay top dollar for garbage, and I don't want to see you throw money away. Number 14, you need to be an SEO expert. No, you don't. You just need to understand what SEO is and how to use the tools Etsy provides you for more visibility. For instance, attributes. These help optimize your listings. A great example would be a blue shirt. If you set your attribute color to blue, even if you don't have that color named in the title or the tags, when a customer searches for a blue shirt, your listing will appear. Now, in addition to this, a quick, easy way to find out what consumers are actually looking for, look at predictive text. Use Etsy or platforms like Google and Amazon to identify popular searches people are actually searching for. You'll gain everything you need without an SEO background or tool. And if you're curious on how to use predictive text to gain this insight, check out this video. I'll link it below. Number 15, lower prices guarantee more sales. Cutting prices or using loss leaders often backfires. Online shoppers are focused. They search for specific items. Pricing your products to reflect their value is better for building trust and long-term success. Don't try to undercut everybody. 1, you destroy your margins. And people don't have to come back to your shop. So if you offer an item at a super cheap rate, there's nothing that says that they have to come back and buy more. In addition to this, if you offer variations at a lower price to attract clicks, they may feel deceived, and in that case, leave your shop without making a purchase. So keep this in mind when pricing your items. Margins and product value are super important. Now that we've cleared the air of all these common myths, I feel like you're ready to approach Etsy with clarity and confidence. And please, forget all the bad advice and only focus on what really works. Not all that bullshit. If someone says one thing and then the next day they change their mind, it's probably not somebody you want to listen to. They have zero clue on what's going on. So stop listening to that person. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment. You know I love to hear from you. And thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon.